I rep my city, I rep my city. I take my city everywhere that I go. So when you see me, then you already know.
Alright, so what's up YouTube? It's RajonRondoooooo, and I'm playing a little Black Ops, obviously. This isn't a very impressive gameplay, but it's definitely an interesting one. Anyway, I do not want to talk about the gameplay one bit for this game altogether. NBA playoffs is over for me. You know, the finals are going on. The Heat versus Thunder is going on right now. But I don't really care about that because all I can say to that is I hope that LeBron gets his first ring based off of how respectful he was when he beat the Celtics. Because if he was just like bragging the whole time and just ended the series on such a bad note like that, then I wouldn't care too much for it. But I mean, since he was really being respectful, you know, shaking everyone's hand, I mean, more than that, I mean, just, I don't know, he was just, the whole series, like game one, he started off on a fast break. Instead of like slam it down and getting some highlight reel dunk, he just decided to lay it up, and I thought it was from respect. I mean, other people might think of it a different way, but I mean, it definitely seemed like it was from respect. But yeah, the NBA Finals has been over for me, and I'm definitely not upset about it. I mean, obviously I would have hoped that the Celtics won, and that was a beautiful drop shot. I know I wasn't going to talk about the gameplay, but that was a beautiful drop shot. And even though the Celtics are out, and they're not going to be playing anymore for the rest of the year, well, until next season, I'm not upset at all, really. I feel like they couldn't, I don't want to say they couldn't have done any better, but they definitely played outside themselves for many games. It seems as though they were struggling for a long time, and they definitely were. Now, the problem with the Celtics is that, this is going to be from my point of view the entire time, so if you don't agree, then tell me why instead of just not agreeing. But, yeah, the problem with the Celtics is the fact that, you know, they got so many haters calling them old, and then after they lose a game, they'll be calling them, oh, it's because they're too old to play anymore. And if they win, they'll be like, oh yeah, they're just coming back, you know, they're just experienced veterans. And when they lose, oh, too old, you see, they should all just retire. Then next game they win, oh, just experience. You see, that's what that veteran instinct shows. But that's the problem. No one can be like the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone, after every single game, it's always a different point of view, even if it's from the same person. The Celtics really, they, in my opinion, they played the best they played all year for the games that they did do good. And the games that they got outplayed, they were just, I think, it was just sloppy because I really hate to say that they were tired, but that sounds so cliche. No, that's why no one does good, is because they're tired. But I don't know what else to blame it on, you know what I'm saying? They're a really great team, you know, my favorite team to watch. Not just because of, you know, Massachusetts pride, but I mean, just all together, you know what I'm saying? They're a great squad. I can expect at least one of them to retire in the near future. I would imagine that this is gonna be. I was about to say I would imagine this is gonna be KG's last season, but I don't think that's a possibility because KG is a really resilient player. The thing with him is he's just got so much energy, he just doesn't know what to do with it, and come fourth quarter he's exhausted. Like, he just plays his whole heart out in the first 3 quarters, and come fourth quarter he has no energy left, and I mean, that's definitely a problem for the Celtics and energy. But they don't have very much depth. I mean, with Avery Bradley being injured in the playoffs and Ray being terrible in the whole playoffs, it was a tough thing. And with Bradley being out for the finals, we needed him to take on like Wade and Chalmers and LeBron. I mean, not that he was going to cover all them, but he really does bring a new sort of emotion to the whole defensive mindset for the Celtics. He's a really great player, perfect person to be in back of Rondo. But then we had Dueling, who stepped it up. He has so much energy. The Celtics altogether played really great. They played like a team. They just couldn't get it done. I could do another one of these commentaries if you want, but until then,